Welcome to the Random Ass Podcast. I'm your random asshole, Christopher Steele.
I'm the other random asshole, Steele-Rhoads. Welcome to the show. Bang!
Alright, hidden gems.
My hidden gem is... It's not so much hidden as just people don't... Like, I think that's the point of a hidden gem, is like people don't really know about it or
right.
acknowledge it. There's a game for the Switch. It's free. It's called Asphalt 9. It's fucking amazing. You don't have to spend money if you don't want to. It is set up in a way where you actually can progress through the game without having to pay real money. But it's such a well-made game. Graphics are well done. Controls are fucking amazing. The car selection is astonishing. I've put in several purchases just because you got to support developers to give away games that fucking good.
All right. I'm going to game away myself. I'm going to... Something we've actually mentioned on this program.
Probably multiple times.
Yeah, definitely multiple times. WWE
SmackDown 2, Know Your Role. As soon as you said WWE, I'm like, I know what one he's going for. Because there's two great SmackDown games. And for two totally different reasons. SmackDown 2, Here Comes the Pain, is one of the best fucking designed games. Graphics, maybe not. Entrances, maybe not. But that season mode, the way the matches were designed, the gameplay in and of itself was just amazing.
If 2K or whoever has control,
go look at that stuff and learn.
Just take fucking SmackDown 2, add the new
roster,
do the same thing.
Give better entrances. Keep the entrance. Like, I love the creation suite that 2K has come up with. They got a great creation suite. My problem lies with the story modes are always shit. I don't want to relive history. I love the wrestling games where it's fucking original new storylines that it's like, oh, I've never seen this before, I don't know what's going to happen. I want to keep playing so I know what's going to happen. Not, I got to do this, and then I got to do this, and then I got to do this to make it look exactly like the match.
You can play the story mode.
Now, dude, there are people. The community is so dedicated to that game. You would be surprised. There are people that are still playing it now and discovering new things.
Plus, the story mode, you can start over, and it's not the same every time.
Right. It's never the same. That's the entire fucking... It was designed... There's a game type out there that they usually use for RPGs. Diablo is known as one. It's called a roguelike. It's never the same thing twice. It's a lot of the same elements, but it's never the same decisions, never the same items, and that is what SmackDown 2 Know Your Role was. Like, you could get attacked by somebody that looked like Dusty Rhoads, like had the polka dots and the blonde hair. Did you unlock Dusty Rhoads when you beat him? Fuck no, you unlocked Pat Patterson for some reason.
Who knows why?
How'd you unlock Dusty Rhoads? Oh no, he was unlocked from the beginning. They just used that costume because they wanted to use Pat Patterson's moveset, but not show you that you were going to win Pat Patterson. It was a fucking crazy game. It was a crazy time. I miss games where you have to earn shit. Like, the loot boxes have destroyed video games. I know this is, like, it's random ass and whatnot, but, like, they really have.
Really,
it's underage gambling.
You can still earn stuff, but I just get, like, the season pass.
Right. I'm the same way with a lot of games. Like, if I buy a game off the shelf and it's going to have DLC, I'm going to get the season pass. Period. End of story. Like, when I got the Switch and I bought Legend of Zelda, I immediately went yoink and fucking took the card for the DLC so I could just pop in the code and it's $10 cheaper too. Like, what the fuck? It was cheaper to get that code than it was to go on the eShop and have cash to pay for it. I'm like, okay. Like, I'll tell
I got it as well. The DLC, I don't know if...
Like, on the eShop, it's another, like, $40, and when I paid $30 for the card, and it's like, fucking sweet.
I don't think I paid that much.
And, like, I did the same thing with Smash Ultimate, when I bought that.
But like you said,
Unlockables were done correctly. Now, see, the reason I said that Here Comes the Pain is the other greatest SmackDown game is because that's when the graphics finally looked really goddamn good. Like it still looked cartoony. It still looked like computer animated, but it was good. It was like well done. There's no clipping and
right now that's the only thing they got going for them is how amazing
it looks when it works properly. Because have you seen some of those videos of the horrendous shit that they can do? We're able to do. If you buy 2K20 and don't have internet access, you have a broken game.
Right.
There's nothing you can do about it either. It is legitimately just completely broken. And it's sad. What's even worse is that Edge had to go out of his way to fucking sign autographs because they didn't fucking get Edge's autograph on shit in the giveaway. And 90% of everybody that got stuff got fucking Rey Mysterio. Like, Rey Mysterio's got to have carpal tunnel after signing as much shit as he had signed. Because, like, it looked like the breakdown was like every 1 in 3 was Rey Mysterio, every 1 in 5 was Edge, and then...
Oh, I thought it was...
every 1 in 3 was Edge, every 1 in 5 was Ric Flair, and then every other one was fucking Rey Mysterio.
No, I thought it was Batista.
Or was it Batista? It was. I know it was Mysterio, Edge. Is it Batista or Flair? Yeah, Flair was the last,
right?
The one before. Yeah, it was Batista. But still, like when the numbers are like that, and you're getting
it's we'll go like 1 in 6 is Eddie or Edge. I mean
Edge.
1 in 3 is Batista,
and every other one's fucking Rey.
And the rest is fucking Rey.
Yep, pretty much. I wonder if he would just rubber stamp the hell out of those, or if he legitimately signed. I've always wondered that with WWE guys, because I know in WCW they had to legitimately sign. Like, I have Ernest the Cat Miller's autograph, and you can tell it's a legit autograph and not a print because you can see the streaks of the Sharpie, and there's a little fucking dot where he accidentally set the pen down when he got done. And I've seen other signatures of the Cats, and they aren't that. And I'm like, oh my god, I actually have a fucking legit signature. I would like to actually meet the Cat and have him really sign it in front of me and be like, it's a double signed! Like, I pulled it and he signed it.
Right. But I think it depends.
Yeah, like John Cena. He makes one sign, they rubber stamp, and just boom, 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 gold press, rubber stamps. I know Steve Austin was like that. Triple H was like when they did the signature series of a lot of like the action figures and shit like that, all rubber stamped. But with 2K, they put a lot of effort and time into like the fan service on that. So it wouldn't surprise me if they just sat down and like, sorry, you gotta like sign a whole shitload of pre-orders.
Rey Mysterio was like, oh,
fuck.
All right. I'll sign 5,000 of them.
Ray, what's your name? Ray. Is it really? No. It's fucking Oscar. I wonder when Prince Mysterio is going to debut. What I hope happens is that Ray's son turns on Ray and joins up with what is his name? The one that put out
Alberto?
Yeah, the one that put out fucking Humberto Carrillo?
Humberto.
That put out fucking the DDT, what's his face on the...
Andrade.
Have him steal Andrade's mask when Andrade comes back and start calling himself Prince Mysterio as a bad guy. Like, because Andrade needs some good face time as a good guy, because he can be a good guy.
So, speaking of which, Andrade was taken out.
Yeah, I know why. Yeah, he failed his wellness policy thing.
Which I heard was like Epico.
Yeah. He's gonna go fucking work in UW or WWC down in fucking Puerto Rico with the fucking Colognes, because that's what they do with the guys that aren't. They when they're suspended up here, they're like, hey, well, so we're gonna send some guys down. Okay, cool. So they can still get their pay. Like I saw a weird article on how they get around being able to still pay these guys and them be suspended at the same time. Like where they're like, you're a representative of our company, but we can't have you on television because you're suspended.
But it is a stupid suspension for...
It is.
Because I don't know the exact details on...
I heard it was growth hormone, but he has a fucking muscular deterioration disease, so it makes sense that you would keep a fucking growth hormone on somebody who fucking deteriorates if they don't have it.
Right, but Epico couldn't make it to take his drug test. That's why he got suspended.
That's fucking dumb.
He was down like somewhere in Mexico, I think.
It's fucking ridiculous.
You gotta come up here
and fucking
tomorrow.
No, he was in Puerto Rico. He's been working down in WWC for fucking 2 years.
He's like in Puerto Rico.
No, you can come for your drug test.
You gotta come take our drug test.
Can I FedEx you the piss?
No, you gotta be here. I can't be here.
I'm booked. because you won't book me. Like, fuck that. I honestly hope a lot of this shit starts to backfire on them. Like, I get the wellness policy, that's great and all, but goddamn, man. Like, the wellness policy should be more about their well-being and less about fucking drug use. Shouldn't have to piss test. We know it's fucking a show, damn it. They should be able to look as jacked as they want to fucking look. I have no problem with fucking steroids in wrestling. Or sports at all, but wrestling in particular.
Right.
Like, honestly, there should, for every sport, there should be a designated roid guy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he comes out, he's got a fucking tiny head, giant shoulders. You've heard the bit.
I like when
the Bob and Tom bit. I can't remember who told it.
I like about steroids in baseball. About Mark McGwire. He didn't take steroids to improve his performance. He took it to look at this fat kid.
That's true. I like the one, though, I think it's Doug Stanhope, is like, you know what? I hope Sammy Sosa's still on roids and hammering out home runs like 30 years from now and just destroys Hank Aaron's record. Like, I'm the same thing. Like, fuck your asterisks and you're dressing like needles. It's a sport. Like, who cares? It's for entertainment.
Really? They can get it in with an asterisk for steroids, but Pete Rose can't get into the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, for betting on games that weren't his. Like, come on, he never bet. He flat out would not bet on his own fucking games. He had a moral fucking standard. He was just a gambling addict. There's a lot of issues in sports where I'm just like, and you give wrestling shit for being fake.
What? Why can't fucking Pete Rose be in the Hall of Fame?
He will be.
Yeah, after he's dead.
Probably, which is a fucking shame. Nice. Good thing it's 8-bit. We won't have to pay anything for it. Smart.
Right. Oh, I can't have the
real one?
Real one. I used to, but different phone.
Oh. You didn't find anything on Zedge.
That's where I got it from. I'm like,
system must have been pulled some freaking strings. We're like, pull all our shit off our Zedge.
I think it's the phone.
Maybe. That could be.
Oops. All right, so the return of the Flash this week, pretty good. They had like 3 different stories going though. They had it is more. The main story was more Iris and Team Citizen. The paper that she created.
Oh, okay. So they don't have an end in sight for Flash, do they? Like the fucking cast loves it, the crew loves it. Like there's a lot of these shows that I don't see an end in sight. Like Arrow, you knew it was coming to an end. Like after the flashbacks were done, it was going to be. He was reaching the end of his fucking arc, and he had introduced enough of a world that it was able to keep going without him.
Right. But the reason why the Flash story kind of was kind of lackluster is because at the same time he was still filming shit for Crisis.
Okay.
And Cisco left.
He did finally. That makes sense. He was reaching the end of his contract and he wants to do other stuff.
Right.
Makes sense. And
he's not Vibe.
Good. Well, he wasn't Vibe for a while. He got his powers back at just for Infinite Crisis.
For like the one episode.
Yeah, just enough to be helpful because they knew that they knew he would be good for that position, and that makes sense because they do that a lot in DC. Depower character, repower character, depower character, repower. Like so, like in 2 years' time, if Flash is still going, and he's like, "Hey, can I?" All right, back?
So I want to talk about one thing. I was watching a video earlier today.
Alrighty.
about Darkwing Duck. You know that launch pad is not the same launch pad.
Yes. Yes. I actually do know that.
I'm like, what? That don't make no... What?
That don't make no goddamn sense.
He was a better pilot on Darkwing.
Right.
But that still don't make it any sense. It's fucking launch pad McQuack from fucking...
Yep. It's illogical.
But the writer's like, no, I'm not very fluid with continuity. So basically, it's two different launch pad from two different universes.
Makes sense.
But
and then what about
but what doesn't make any more makes even less sense now is the new DuckTales had Darkwing Duck in it.
Yeah. And that's the same, and it's going to be the same launch pad in that Darkwing Duck spinoff that they're going to do. So I think they're kind of retconning how they fucked up before, because they didn't quite pay attention to how the timelines overlaid. Like, fuck, well, 2 launch pads? Like, come on.
Right, like I said, the writer's like, I don't deal with continuity.
I write stories. Continuity is your problem. And with this fucking DuckTales, dude, I have watched quite a few episodes of this DuckTales. It took me a minute to really get into it, but they do a really good job of getting the characters across, like they feel like the classic characters. The animation needs to go back to that, though. I don't know why they are so insistent on updating animation to make them look fucking fat and useless. Like, have you seen the Thundercats Go?
No.
Roar bullshit. Lino is this big, looks like a pop figure, but a pudgy pop figure. I'm like, wait a minute, no. Lino should have fucking a 12-pack and be like 8 foot tall and have big ass muscles. It's fucking Lino. It'd be like having He-Man come in and look like the Blob. Shit make no sense.
Oh,
have you seen any of the Masters of the Universe, the new Masters?
No.
Oh my god.
But I was also watching another video about X-Men coming to, and supposedly the first X-Men to show up will be Rogue and Captain Marvel too.
Huh. I see. I'm not exactly sure of what's coming out when. I heard that it's actually going to be in Black Widow. The first actual reference to mutants.
Reference. That doesn't mean...
No, the mutant will be in the... Like, they will be known as a mutant, and their character is in it, and it's going to be like one of these fucking Russian experiment things. Like, he's a mutant, he won't fucking... Like, and I'm like going, Colossus. Because then Deadpool 3 can have Colossus, and it can be the same right. Colossus, and it would be like fucking amazing. I get that,
but I think more likely it's not gonna be any X-Men. It'll be a mutant.
Right. Omega Red.
Right.
I've got a lot of Russian mutants that I'm a fan of. Sorry. Like
I get that too. I would think Omega Red myself, but
because that could lead into
that
would be a great lead into having Wolverine show up in a later movie, because those two are very synonymous with being opponents of each other.
Right. I just don't see...
I don't see him picking out Omega Red that quick.
I don't see it happening because...
He's just...
I don't think Black Widow could...
Handle Omega Red?
Omega Red.
I don't think so either.
With her whole family, I don't think she...
No, I don't think any of them could. That's why I'm thinking maybe Colossus, and what they're showing is like a brainwashed teenage Colossus blast through this wall. Because they're showing this thing of the fucking giant Russian dude blast through a wall. And all you see is just a small glimpse of a shadow of a person, and it's like, is that even going to be in the movie?
Probably not.
Because that's how fucking Marvel works with their goddamn trailers. They'll film all the shit, and then, it was a deleted scene, sorry.
Or like
the Hulk and the fucking running, and it's actually fucking him in the Hulkbuster suit. That was bullshit.
I was thinking the whole Wonder Man. His real identity being in Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Where the fuck was he?
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, it was on a movie poster. I didn't see that movie poster.
Wonder Man. Yeah, if they did the same thing with Fing Fang Foom too. In Iron Man 2 or 3, there was just like a fucking random poster in the background of Fing Fang Foom. Like, hey, he's in the MCU. I'm like, he's a fucking movie character in the MCU. That doesn't count. That doesn't fucking count.
And nobody cared for
Wonder Man anyway.
No, because Wonder Man is supposed to be played by
Nathan Fillion.
Nathan Fillion. Everybody likes Nathan Fillion.
Exactly. Nathan Fillion is the Falcon Arrow of actors. Like, nobody kicks out of the Falcon Arrow. Nobody doesn't like Nathan Fillion. I can't, like, honestly.
Really?
They either love him from Castle, or they love him from fucking Firefly, or they love him from fucking Slither. Like, there's all kinds of shit that he's in where people are just like, I love that guy. He's so awesome. Hell, even people that don't watch any of that shit are like, he's the guy from Big Bang Theory that's fucking hilarious. I don't know who he is, but he's hilarious in that episode.
Nathan Fillion, to me, would have been great as Star-Lord.
Oh, dude, yes. Fuck yes. Actually, you know who would make a great version of? You ever watch NCIS, Los Angeles? With LL Cool J? You know the tall, dark-headed chick that's just an absolute badass? She would make a great Jean Grey, because there's a fucking shot in that they have done of her where her hair is hit by the light just right. She's got dark red undertones, and I'm like, damn, that would be great for Jean Grey, because she didn't always have red hair. Like, it was kind of red in the cartoons. They bastardized it. But he would make a great Cyclops, and she would make a great Jean if you start the MCU mutants as, like, the X-Men cartoon.
Right.
And that's where they need to start. We don't need the First Class. People know who the fuck mutants are. We don't care about the First Class. Let's get to the good stories.
And make a good fucking Dark Phoenix saga!
For the love of God. The MCU just needs to do this one thing. Go back to the 90s X-Men cartoon, grab those scripts, and run to fucking production. Correct. That's all they fucking need to do. Just take 3 episodes at a time, put them together, boom, you got a movie. 3 episodes at a time, put them together, boom, you got a fucking movie. Because that's how that X-Men cartoon ran. It ran fucking perfectly.
It did.
It introduced everyone in such a way that you didn't need to know their history, but you wanted to know their history, right. Which made you want to fucking see more episodes with them in it. And it's just like...
And then go read the comic books.
Yes! Chris Claremont was a fucking genius, and Kevin Feige is following in his footsteps with what he's doing in the MCU. Right. He's like, I'm taking these characters that are already established and going, here's my version of them. And they're really fucking good. I hope...
Really, the only thing that they've kind of bastardized...
are the titles of the movies.
No, it's not even their property. Spider-Man.
Right. It will be. Have you heard the rumors floating around now? That Apple's wanting to buy Sony?
Yeah, but...
Now, in the contract that Sony has with Disney, or Marvel...
They have to give them back.
They have to give them back if they fucking get bought out.
All of it.
All of it. Everything.
Morbius.
Venom. All of it.
Which looks like a great movie.
Oh, dude, it does. I am not...
Venom.
I'm not opposed to this Sony MCU thing. Like them doing their own Spider-Verse.
Right.
Do it. Fucking go for it. Include the fucking Spider-Man from the MCU. You know, I get it. Like, you want to cash in on that. Do it. Make it make sense.
But the reason it's so bastardized is we got
Venom already.
Spider-Man, who his father figure was Tony Stark.
Yeah.
That just bastardizes him. He's more of a legacy now instead of being Spider-Man.
Yeah. Yep. It's true. I got to admit, though, they did do a good job with telling a different Spider-Man story. Like, my main complaint with every fucking Batman movie is how many times do we have to watch his parents get fucking shot? Like, seriously. How many times do we have to relive that origin of Batman?
Right.
They just glossed over Peter's, like, origin, and we're like, boom, he's Spider-Man. Like, they didn't spend an entire half a movie getting this 15 minutes, and then he's fucking heart-wrenched, and he's trying to find his way, and then Tony Stark's, like, smart as shit, and he's like, yeah, I know who the fuck you are, kid. Like, fucking Iron Man would. Like, let's be honest, the Iron Man in the comics for the longest time was a fucking moron. He was a drunk moron. Like,
which, again, Robert Downey Jr.
Yes. Like, the history of Robert Downey Jr., the reason he's such a good Tony Stark is because he's lived Tony Stark's life.
Right.
And now he is a fucking super genius, fucking billionaire philanthropist.
It kind of another project that he does, Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock matches him too.
Fucking does. He's perfect for it. Yeah, he's fucking perfect for it. And he plays it so well. So well.
Watson was actually the one that knew everything.
Yeah, that's true. Well, not everything. The old ones, it was kind of very much a partnership, like in the books and whatnot. But in the
the old movies, though,
fucking Watson was the genius. Yeah.
Sherlock
knew everything.
Knew everything. Watson was just a sidekick.
Right.
No.
That's why I liked Elementary. Because, yeah, they really threw the whole fucking thing on its ear by modernizing Sherlock, but they made Sherlock a completely flawed character who went down so many bad logic fronts, and then Watson is like, tap, 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 hey, dumbass, it's right here in front of you. You're going all around for something that's right here. Watson was very, like, in the moment and could notice shit like that. Well, Holmes was too busy fucking...
The Star Trek episode, I'm like, no. They did not actually being a true...
Sherlock Holmes, he's been a fucking Watson.
He's more Watson because he knows what everything's going on.
And honestly, he would have made a better Moriarty. Just in that fantasy world, he would have been so good.
Some kind of picks?
Yeah. Must-watch things from this run of shows for this season. Like, must-watch. What are your 3 must-watches so far? We can already knock out Rick and Morty because that's always a must-watch for every season. I'm talking like shit that people like you were surprised to be like into, or the surprise got good again. Things like like
I'm gonna go Lost in Space. The new season.
Now there are 2 seasons in.
Yeah, that was their 2nd season.
And that's Netflix, right?
Yes.
Nice.
Your first one?
Picard.
I haven't watched it yet.
I just watched episode 3. Fucking amazing. Cannot recommend it enough. People are like, oh, it's liberal bullshit agenda crap. I'm like, that's fucking Star Trek.
All right.
Like, fuck's sake. It's well written.
My second one. I'm going to just say the Arrowverse
and as a whole, yeah. That's a great choice. No wrong choices there.
All 5 shows?
Yeah. Soon to be still 5, but not the same 5. We're going to have a swap out. We're getting Superman for fucking Arrow, dude. What the fuck? I never thought we'd get Superman back.
We're getting Stargirl first.
Oh, it's going to be 6, isn't it? We're getting 6 Friday. It's going to be 5 to 6.
It's going to be a 6th show, but it's on different Earth.
Doesn't matter.
And
we know how they handle these Earth situations. We'll have another Infinite.
I don't think it's going to cross over for quite a while.
I don't think so either. They got to establish a whole universe.
Not that they're on in the summer.
Oh, that's perfect. That's absolutely perfect.
But spring to summer.
We're getting 2 great shows and losing a fucking great show at that. Like, right. Arrow, I haven't seen all of Arrow, but every episode of Arrow I've seen, I've always been a fan of.
Right. Batwoman, great.
Dude.
Like I said,
Ruby Rose is perfect for that fucking role.
Just
fucking perfect.
Just in general, that's why I just said the Arrowverse.
The Arrowverse, yeah, I get that.
Because
I get that.
I'm actually going to have to, if I have to be a little bit more specific, Arrow was just amazing this last season.
Well, yeah, they're going out on a bang, man. They're going out big. And actually, it's looking like we're going to get Arrow and the Canaries. And it is looking like it's going to be a HBO Max exclusive, along with fucking Lantern. I'm like, okay,
which is fine.
that's great. You're all people with the product. I have no objection to that.
The bigger budget will help it.
Fuck yeah.
But it being in the future actually puts it a little bit away from the rest.
I don't actually think they're going to put it into the future that far.
20 years.
That was that episode.
They got to continue that part.
I think they might pull an Arrow, honestly. They put it 20 years in the future because they want to have a bigger gap of flashbacks to be able to fucking coalesce with.
Where the daughter is.
I know. Like that, but that's what I'm saying. They're taking the framework of Arrow and going, okay, we started here and went 5 years in the past. So if we jump 20 years in the future, we can start at the present and flashback to then, to like tell stories wrapped around decisions made a long time ago, like they did with Arrow. Like it'll all come together. It's Greg Berlanti. I have complete faith that he has a great idea ahead of us.
Like I said, I think it's with what we got already, I foresee it being set in the future because Star City is the home city, and it's been crime free for 20 years.
Yeah. And see, there's so much changes that are going to be, because they're all Earth Prime now. They're like, are we going to get more Flash Supergirl crossovers because they're right across the river from each other? Like, I hope so.
I think so.
Are they going to just merge shows?
No.
And make World's Finest?
No. But
I wouldn't mind that either.
I heard there was another superhero team that's being started in a show that I don't consider part of the Arrow. It is part of the Arrowverse
Titans
now, but I don't really count it because it just became part of the Arrowverse, and that would be Black Lightning.
Right. His whole show is going to have to be completely changed. Things are going to be completely different for Black Lightning now.
But they're basically starting the Outsiders up.
Nice. We might get a good Batman then.
I don't know. I think he's going to be in.
The reason I'm positive we're going to be getting a Batman soon in the CW, a legitimate Batman, is because of the Disney deal with Fox. Fox was the only thing preventing CW from actually having Batman on their show, or like in their universe, because Fox owned 40% of Batman because of the rights from Batman 66. Just like fucking Sony with Spider-Man, when Fox sold out to Disney, the rights reverted back to Warner Brothers completely. So we might have a Batman show in the works. I'm honestly hoping to go with Batman Beyond to go into the Arrowverse.
Right.
Use Kevin Conroy as fucking Bruce Wayne.
I got a stupid question before.
I have a stupid answer. And I've got 2 more picks yet.
You heard the commercials for the movie Call of the Wild?
Yes.
The studio that's making it.
I'm not sure.
I think it's. I want to know if it just lost the Fox name to it. I think it's 20th Century.
Maybe. I think that is what. Yeah.
So did they just lose the Fox part?
Probably. 20th Century Pictures, yeah.
So, 20th Century Pictures, does that mean it's Fox without being Fox?
Yes. Pretty much.
You understand what I'm saying, though?
Yeah.
It's Fox.
Right.
The Fox portion that is left of Fox before Disney bought it.
No, after Disney. That's what Disney
Or-
made it.
Oh, they cut out the Fox.
They cut out the Fox because Fox still has Fox News and Fox Sports and Fox television stations. They just took all of the stuff and they're now 20th Century Studios.
Okay. So why don't you just call it Disney?
Right?
All right. Your second pick?
The Mandalorian. I don't need to say anything else.
No,
The Mandalorian.
Yeah, everybody watches that.
Fuck yeah. So good.
My final pick.
I already got mine too. You want me to go first?
I
Let me let you think.
go ahead.
Harley Quinn's animated series, my god, I am up to date with that. I need to stay up to date with that. It is so fucking hilarious, so filthy. They make references to things you wouldn't expect them to make references to in the DC universe. The jokes are on point. The cast is amazing, dude. Fucking amazing. There's a fucking joke that gets me every time. I've watched this episode 3 times because the joke is hilarious. She's trying to get a crew together to join the Legion of Doom, right? So she has this crew of misfits with like Clayface and Professor Psycho or Dr. Psycho or whatever, and Dr. Psycho puts them all in one of them's mind. They're all in somebody else's mind, so they're all passed out on the floor. But before they all get all passed out on the floor, Clayface comes in with a box of Suicide Squad shirts, and he's like, "What are these?" And she's like, "Oh, it's some stupid group they're keep trying to get me to join." And so they're all passed out with the Suicide Squad shirts, and her landlord comes in and is like, "Oh, not again!" and like is taking their bodies away to get rid of these fucking the Suicide Squad. He thinks they're all fucking dead. And the voice, it's Jason Alexander doing the voice of the fucking landlord. And dude, it is so fucking hilarious. So filthy. And Kaylee Cuoco is an amazing Harley Quinn. I cannot fucking stress enough that she needs to be the live action Harley. Like her voice is fucking perfect. Her demeanor is fucking perfect. Margot Robbie is absolute garbage next to her. Fuck, man.
At least like Arrowverse wise.
Oh, definitely. She should be the Arrowverse Harley. No doubt in my mind. No doubt in my mind.
They had
That should be the same Harley. Like the animated Harley should be the Harley for.
So I'm gonna go DC Universe as well and say Titans season 2. Like, oh my god, that was.
I gotta get into Titans. I've heard nothing but good things. I've watched
that second season was amazing.
I watched a couple of retrospectives that were like an hour and a half long. It put me through the whole series. I'm just like, oh my god, I need to watch this every episode of this. My thing is there's nothing on some of these shows to why there can't be aired on television, and they're timed for television air. Why in the fuck is DC or is CW not going, hey, on weekends, like Saturday nights, can we air just big blocks of these fucking episodes to, get people to come to the streaming service?
That's what Stargirl is doing. Is airing on Universe first,
right, and then coming over,
and then the next night.
That's a brilliant fucking idea.
Is one of the two?
Double thumbs, Disney,
either
or
Universe
DC.
or HBO. It's either HBO or Universe.
I think it's gonna be DC Universe because that's in the original programming sets.
And the next night it's on. One thumbs down. Moving Supernatural to Monday nights for the last half of the last season. Stupid, CW.
Really was.
Alright, share, subscribe.
Comment.
Tell your friends.
Tell your enemies.
Tell your frenemies.
And until next time.
Peace.
Hello.
World.